we're still at my house, and we're doing the next book on our list. It is The Idea of You by Robinne Lee. So this book is a middle-aged woman. Well, she's 39, on the cusp of being 40, who winds up having a relationship with a boy band young man who's 20, barely 20, or just had turned 20. And this is a fanfic of sorts, a boy band fanfic or a Harry Styles fanfic. And oh my God, is she a whiny bitch this entire freaking book.
Oh goodness, I can't. I couldn't even finish it.
So
You
she
got
DNF'd
20%?
it.
I got at 20%, and like what led me to that is just the decision making of her. Just, I understand love. I get it. You're getting the attention. He's absolutely gorgeous, whatever. But he's 20, and I couldn't get over that. And I understand this was supposed to be a book about, like, you know what, love comes in different packages. But
Is that what it's supposed
I mean, like, we've read so many books just on our own, not necessarily in this and where we were recording books, but where the male protagonist is like some 500-year-old immortal vampire or something.
I'm okay
or
with
other
that.
fairy.
I'm okay with a 500-year-old vampire.
So she's only ageist when it comes to women being the older ones.
Sorry, totally
Exactly.
ageist when it comes to like a 20-year-old. But I would have been okay if he was 21, because then that means he could have drank and he could have done a whole bunch of stuff. 21, fine, that's my cutoff. But 20, I was just like, no, I'm sorry, I can't accept that. Sorry.
So I have a question then. If it would have been one of our, because this is, I mean, obviously this is fiction. This is all. But if it would have been a fantasy fiction where she's like a 500-year-old fairy, witch, whatever, and he's a 20-year-old.
Yeah, sure. Because it's fantasy.
But
It's not real.
This is fantasy.
No, it's not fantasy, but it's
I
based
think
on
this
like
is because this could be real.
this could be
Naturally.
real,
I'm sure
and
it
it
is.
probably has happened.
Sure. Maybe
Like,
not with like a famous person, but
no.
like just in general, the age
Well,
difference.
there actually is a famous person that this happened, but we're not going to name
Oh
names.
yeah, we're not going there.
We're not going there.
That's
We're
for
not
sure.
naming
Yeah,
names.
That's right.
But you can Google it. But
All the age difference, famous romances, you can absolutely Google. What,
No, but she's saying like the
120,
older
right?
woman, younger man.
Oh
and
yeah,
famous
yeah.
people.
We're not
That's
getting
what
into
she-
that one right now. But
So you DNF'd it.
DNF'd at 20%.
You finished it.
I finished it, and I had to do it at a 2.25 speed. I tried to do 2.5 speed, but the author was. There were times where she was speaking so fast that sometimes a 2.25 speed was just a little too fast too. But yes, you had not finished it yet.
I'm at 40-something%.
But we're going through it because we went through it while listening to it.
Yes.
And what bits and pieces we did listen to. So, again, this woman has a 12-year-old child who is obsessed with this boy group because, come on, we've all been through it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna show my age. I definitely was obsessed with New Kids on the Block when I was in elementary school. I definitely had the sheets. Those songs
I love you,
were not
Kevin. Backstreet Boys.
those songs were not appropriate for small children. Just letting you know.
they
My
weren't.
mom should not have let me listen to those.
Well, as a small child, we don't know what they really mean.
Yes, and then what is it? High school and middle school was Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, all of those things. Definitely love them all. But so this one was her child had posters on her wall. She definitely enjoyed this boy band, and then the dad winds up getting like a little VIP pass. So that way the daughter can go behind the stage and meet the
With her friends.
with her friends and meet the boy band members who one boy band member gets smitten with mom. I don't remember exactly how they
So what
connect.
happened is that the father, I don't remember if he won the tickets or he bought the tickets, but then he couldn't go because of work.
Right,
Right.
because he
And it
chose
was
work
like-
over going to Vegas and go to this thing
Yes.
with the kid.
And he has a younger girlfriend.
Yes.
At the beginning. And so he basically comes, because they're divorced, right? Their mom and dad are divorced, and he like basically dumps the girl and was like, I can't do this, you do this. And then he tries to make it like later seem like, oh, but can you do this? Like, you already dumped her here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, so mom ends up doing, even though mom was supposed to be going on like a retreat that weekend.
She had booked
because
the whole
for,
retreat.
like a birthday retreat or something.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up going to Vegas. So it's really dad's fault.
Yeah.
If he would have just
You
done
know
what he was
what?
supposed to do,
It was Daddy's fault.
mom would have met this little kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And that's-
he is an adult man, but legally,
Legally,
but
he's
yes,
an adult.
he's legally an adult. But she meets this man half her age. They proceed to flirt, catch lunch, catch feelings, have a sexual relationship.
Not necessarily in that order.
But yes, It
progresses
into
like
all of that.
more feelings are being caught. I'm assuming they've said I love yous in this.
Yes, they do say I love yous back and forth, but the entire time you just hear her conflict throughout the whole book of like, I don't know if I should be doing this. Proceeds to go on tour, like, and meet him in his different places so that they can have time together. It's a lustful book. It's a lustful relationship. They do spend time together. They do say I love yous, and there are moments where it's very sweet, and they'll go shopping, and they'll go out to eat, and they'll go out to lunch. But she's constantly comparing herself to the 20-somethings that are like the girls that they wind up picking up during the tour, and you know, like it's the rock star life. The boys are definitely on the rock star life where they have girls swarming them. She winds up getting panic attack during one of the moving from like the villa or the concert to wherever their next destination is and hotel. So she's like trying to reevaluate her life and if she should continue, but she continues the whole book.
Yeah.
So it's she tries to distance herself or get herself distanced from him. So she was not meeting him every single city, but she'll stay for a while at a time. Her ex-husband is definitely opinionated about his feelings about how this is destroying her daughter's life. Her 12-year-old is in school and she's getting bullied, of course, by the other students that are in school because they know that her mother's in this relationship because they pretty much made it public.
Oh, goodness.
And yeah, they make it
I thought
public.
they just get caught.
They do get caught by paparazzi, and then from that point on, they kind of make it public. So if he's at a tour, she's usually with him at whatever city.
Wow.
So she's not traveling with them necessarily when they go to each city, but
She shows up at some point.
she shows up at some point, and then they're in the hotel together, and then there's fans everywhere, and there's photographers everywhere. So I don't know, it wasn't my cup of tea. Just because of how much she doubted herself in this relationship, but she still was so, the relationship was very lustful. There was a lot of sex involved, and that's kind of what it felt like. Like they didn't have a deep connection. It just felt like it was, whenever they met up, it was like, oh, I love you, and it's sex. So there wasn't a lot of substance. There was a lot of woe is me, I'm so much older than him, he's a child. And then at one point towards the end of the book, she starts treating him like a child. So she's kind of pandering to him and his wants and needs like a parent would do to a child. So they break up in the end.
Yeah.
She leaves, she tells him to stop and that they need to break up, but he shows up at the house. They have sex, her daughter's at home, she's sleeping overnight, and then she makes him leave. So when he leaves, I guess the book ends where he's still messaging her and still telling her that he loves her, and after a while it finally stops. And then the last line I think was, you know, I've loved him longer, or I've loved him even after he stopped contacting me. I'm like, but you could have stayed in this relationship if you really wanted to, if you really loved him. But the writing was very immature when it comes to the relationship and how whiny she was, like the whole book. I finished it because I finished it and I didn't really enjoy it. I know that there is a movie adaptation you can watch on Amazon. I know the actors were older, so I don't feel as badly about watching it.
Changed it up a little bit with the age.
Yeah, because I believe that the actor who plays the boyfriend is he's like older. He's like 24 or 25.
But I don't think. But I think that was he himself is older. His character.
Oh, maybe I need to watch the movie again. I'm unsure. But I know that.
I'm torn between and finishing this and not finishing this because I don't like to DNF. But we've already discussed this, so I guess I could. I get permission to. I've definitely read things that I thought were worse than this. But she's getting whiny now.
Yes.
Halfway through the book. The beginning she was I feel less whiny.
Yes.
Try to get whinier as across.
Yes.
I think I would
Also,
have
like
probably.
you're just having sex in your fucking office during a fucking art show thingy. Like,
Oh my
your
God.
kid is in the house. There are
Stop.
multiple other people around.
Well,
Yeah,
I missed
listen.
all of that.
Yeah, because you skipped all that.
I did read the Spark Notes about it. I probably would have continued if it was one of those, like, I would have gone past my ageism aspect of it if there was more conflict with her and her emotions with this person and her having maybe more fun. A better understanding of the why am I so enamored with this person and what is it about this person that it's a reflection of me or something. I don't know. But
So he is 24 in the movie. I just looked it up real
Okay.
quick. So he is 24 in the movie. So they did age him up a little bit. But I think to your point about that, there is no lead up to it.
Mhm.
Like so I'm reading this and I'm like, if this is just straight up like lust, whatever, then that's fine.
Fine.
But then she's like talking about like the feelings part. I'm like, but it's not like you just wanted to bang the 20-year-old. You didn't get to know the 20-year-old, right? It's not like you guys started hanging out or like somehow you ended up in the same space and then you started learning more about each other and then you were like, oh, like your inner conflict is because you're developing actually feelings for this guy that is 20 that you also want to bang. No, like it was just it's you can't be both. Like you can be it can be that, but it didn't start as that, so that's why like her inner turmoil thing is like really annoying to me because I'm like,
well, like there
or,
are.
like, why did you think that he wasn't doing this with other people?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
He's a 20-year-old,
He's a
and like a
20-year-old.
rock star or whatever.
Yes.
Like,
and there's a little bit of that does come up during it where so he slept with his best friend, which is another member of the band, his sister, right? That was his
older.
first or whatever, and she was a couple years older, which was only a few years ago because he's a child. He's literally 20. So she has a conflict because like she finds out that he slept with her not only like the first time, his very first time when he was 16, but like a year prior. And they're already almost a year into the relationship. So it was still before he met her. So she gets pissy about it. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, did you really not think that this kid was gonna have relations with other women
Like,
right before
Goodness
you met?
gracious.
So that becomes a point of conflict with him and his other member because they get into a fight, or him and his best friend get into a fight because his friend figures out that his sister had done it when he finds out why, because the sister was bragging about it to her brother.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so there was a lot going on, but the whiny part of the female protagonist, and I don't know why my brain is not focusing on her name right now. Solène. So thank you for saying that. But she just gets whinier throughout the book. They do go on dates and they do get to know each other a little better, but the amount of love that she has for him, it's constantly eclipsed by how whiny she is about his age, the age difference. They're like, I don't know how it works, but it works. But he's only 20 years old. I'm like, oh my god.
Just figure it out.
Yes, like
Oh.
if this is what you're gonna stick with, go ahead and stick with it. And then the fact that she still goes and meets with him at every city or every other city that he's doing, while she's doing her own life at the gallery, the art gallery that she works in, and still trying to take care of her daughter. She chooses her daughter ultimately over her boyfriend, which her daughter is going through it at school. She's getting bullied, and constantly people are talking about her mom. So she decides to end the book with focusing on her child and taking her well-being into account, but then she ends the book with, I still love him more,
Which
I
is
then he-
completely
yes. So it's like what did you really want? It kind of leaves you stuck at the end. Like, did you really want to focus your love and stick with him, which is what you should have done if you really did love him, and to take your daughter out of school, get her privately tutored. The kid can afford to do that sort of thing, you know? Like, there were a lot of options, and I feel like she chose her daughter and she chose the easy way out to just stop texting him back. And the guy I should stop saying kid because he's actually an adult. But the young man keeps constantly messaging her, and then he finally stops it because she's not responding.
Yeah.
So
I think because obviously because of course I did this. I read, I looked it up. I think doesn't she at some point text him or says that she loved the idea of him?
yes,
That
was their last meeting, the last time where they're actually having relations in her house because he showed up in the middle of the night.
Oh, then
and
it should have just ended there.
It should have.
Like,
Yeah.
that should have been the last line, because then it's like, it's not that she loved to, she'd been married, she got married young,
Mhm.
right?
24, 22, something.
Right.
Yep.
So, like, I can understand that, like, if that's where it ended, because she's basically like, she fell in love with the idea of like him, he's young, you know, he's got all this energy, he's got the whole world ahead of him, he's doing all the things,
And that's
she's
what she
traveling
tells
with him.
She's like,
But
you
if
will love somebody else after you love me.
Yeah, like if they would have ended there, because she's kind of just like reliving her like youth kind of through him, right?
Yeah.
If it would have ended there, that would have been fine. But like, I think the fact that like it keeps going, and then
Yeah.
she's like, but the ending that you're describing seems
Week.
less
Yeah,
fine.
less
Like that
fine.
fine. Like if it would have just ended there with the idea thing, then that would have been fine. I
Yes.
think.
I'm sorry, I'm very harsh about it.
I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, to be honest.
Join the team.
All right. So
So
that was the
that
idea
was
of you.
That was a DNF. I'm at 40 something, and I might DNF, and you're giving it a what?
I'm giving it. I don't know if I want to give stars to this book. This was a filler book until our next book. So
Oh, that's where we're leaving.
then
it?
that's where I'm
Leave it
gonna
as a
leave it
filler
at.
book.
Mhm.
So she's
Filler
giving
book.
it negative stars. I mean, we gave 2 stars to that book that got turned into a movie that we didn't like. What was it?
Oh, the Bernadette one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This one got turned into a better movie because it had a better ending. Especially because the character was, 1, aged up a little bit, and then 2, I think they re-meet again at the end of the
like
movie.
5 years later.
Like much later. So he's older where it's not
He's
as
almost 30
controversial.
years,
Yeah.
And they reconnected.
Yes.
Yeah.
He shows up in her gallery. That's how it ends.
And like that's a not nicer. It's a cuter ending because it's like they decide, right? Don't they both decide like we're gonna like take
Yes.
5 years, like live our lives, and then they do end up still coming back together. So it's like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, they really did. Like, oh, this
They
is a
actually
real-
did love each other.
Yeah.
And the idea
And
of
that-
you actually is something that, like, you know what, we need to really figure it out if it's really just the idea of this
Is it
lust,
this,
or is it really that we really connected?
But her daughter is also aged up in the movie. So,
Oh, yeah?
So in the book, her daughter's only 12, but in the movie, I think her daughter's like 15 or 16. So by the time he comes back, her daughter's already in college. So it's a bit, it's a bit.
So she's
different.
already aged out of this whole boy bandness.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. So no stars, DNF, and potential DNF at like maybe 50%. We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
All right. There's that one.
There we are.